morning, cadre. Wednesday morning, early. Man, TJ, I'm bushed. There's a lot of churn, a lot of stuff happening at work, and I think it's just kind of getting in my head. One day this week, I woke up at 1 a.m., couldn't go back to sleep. Luckily today it was 2 a.m., but it's like by the time I get tired enough to go back to sleep, it's like half an hour till you have to get out of bed, so I don't dare fall asleep again because I might not. Anyway, I thought, kind of slacked off on the videos. I thought about making one, and I'm just too tired of it, and I'm not going to deal with it this morning. But I got some new soaps in, and I was smelling one of the soaps when I finally decided which one to use. And I was thinking about what I would say and what I'm smelling. I'm like, instead of trying to remember this, and this is a pretty cool soap, let's just do a video. So I called up the on guy, the local union for the theater lighting union, and called up Stan, say hi. Oh, they can't see you wave. All right. So apparently Stan doesn't have his SAG card, so he can't speak on camera. But anyway, he showed up quick. We got the lighting set up, got the camera set up. So welcome. Here we are. So I'm gonna keep putting water on my face. I don't know if that helps. I know if it dries out. I don't have as good of a shave. I don't know if there's slapping water on it keeps it hydrated, but what can you do? Chris Noir, buddy, I'm hurt. I was just kind of teasing him about the length of his videos. He said I was making fun of him. I'm not making fun of you, brother. But what I realized is he's doing it right. My last video, I got done with it, and I'm like, I didn't include any personal stuff, what's going on, and so the shave was done, and I was just kind of rambling at the end. He does a lot of pre-shave rambling. I think that's because you got the stuff that you want to say. You start shaving doesn't take that long, and then you're done and you realize, well, shave was done. I still have stuff to say, but a lot of times we just end the video. But now you get the pre-shave rambling. You're onto something, gear. Anyway, I broke one of my cardinal rules. Well, it's not cardinal, I'm sure. I just broke a guideline I was trying to follow of the no blind buys for soaps. But I just hadn't gotten any new soaps for a while. Just had it itching for that package on the doorstep and the new scents and stuff like that. So I got 4 soaps. So likely I'll use some in future videos. I got the, is it WSP, that's wet shaving product, is that right? I believe so. This is Black Amber Vanilla. This one wasn't totally a blind buy because I had smelled a sample of it. I don't believe I've actually used it, so the performance might be a blind buy, but sometimes you just got to go with the scent, right? This is the only one of the 4 that my wife actually liked. But nice. It's not overpowering. It's not a crazy scent. Just kind of a warm, sweet smell. I'm not going to go into detail about any of these, but the one I'm using, but I thought I'd just let you know what I got. Coffee Spoons by Storybook Soapworks. I'm so tired. I had heard that people say this is the soap to get if you want one that smells just like coffee, nothing else, just coffee. Off the tub, no coffee. I don't know what they're talking about. Again, everybody's nose is different. I always smell tobacco as a honey smell. Who knows what's going on? Anyway, this morning, when I was checking it out again, watch this, I did. And at the tail end, like, it's weird. You're almost tasting back in the back of your mouth, you get coffee. So, this almost went up on the BST untried. I'm gonna lather it up, see if that coffee pops out. Then, first for me, Southern Witchcrafts soaps. Haven't used any of these. Blind buy, they sounded kind of interesting. Cedar, I like the smell of wood. This one, it is either, and I think it's not the first one. My first thought is, it is woody smelling, but it smells like you're in the woods with wet dirt and wood, almost like wet bark smell. You have a very, very earthy smell, but you keep smelling in, and then you get the cedar and kind of a sawdust. So again, we'll have to use, I'm not into the dirt stuff, but to me this is a mindset soap, where if you just smell it, you're like, that smells like dirt, I don't want it. But you put yourself into the forest, thinking about picturing the trees and the moss and enjoying the setting, and then you smell this, and then it just becomes part of something bigger. So there, I just said I wasn't going to go into detail about it. Chris, you proud of me? We're at 6 minutes. There's not even lather on my face, man. So the last one I got, Spider on the Shaving Cadre, KJ, likes this one a lot. Autumn Ash, I agree with you. This one from the tub, I can't, just, you do like that? I don't know what it smells like, but it smells awesome. What I was trying to pick out, just kind of like that coffee one where you get like a coffee aftertaste of scent, this coffee. This one, there's a little like hidden mint in there. I didn't even look up the description before doing this video, so and my memory sucks, so I couldn't tell you what it's supposed to smell like. It is a rich, warm, darker scent, but not one of those crazy dark ones like night music or something like that. That's just off the charts bizarre. This one, I want to say baking spices, but it's not spicy. There might be a little bit of, I don't even know, like cinnamon mixed with brown sugar, maybe more brown sugar, like that kind of a warm note versus a sharp spicy note. But then, when I was thinking about what I would say later on, my face keeps drying out. I gotta see, this is the problem when you chat at the beginning. Oh, I'm gonna start putting a lather on, we'll talk about it. But as I was sitting here making my lather, and what made me decide to go get the camera was a root beer. And it's not, and sometimes I even hesitate to give more details of what I smell, because one, everybody smells something differently. So root beer seems like a very polarizing type of scent. You either like it, kind of like black licorice, you like it or you don't. And I don't want anybody to say, well, I hate root beer, so I'm not even gonna try that scent. I'm not a root beer person. It's weird, I don't mind, I like the flavor when I drink it. I never order it on purpose. But I don't know, it's just one of those things where you're drinking it and you're like, okay, this is smooth, this tastes good, but it's never thought of as my favorite. Using Asylum RX, a little tired to use it straight today and thought this would be a good test for any soap. So here we go. But it's almost like a, not that it's root beer, but it's more likely a smell that kind of resembles that. And I'm just associating it with root beer, where somebody else would say, no man, it's this something something root that you're smelling. But anyway, what made me to decide to do the video is I love soaps like that are more than one dimension. You don't just smell it and, although there are good ones of those. This winter, that's probably my favorite winter scent, is the ones that are just smell like a pine tree, just in your face, and that's it. And but variety is nice, right? So it's cool to have some soaps where you can be a little bit more thoughtful of what you're getting. Performance wise, I'd say it's alright. It's certainly good enough to keep using. I wouldn't get rid of it for the performance. Probably a tad bit better than the middle of the road soaps like Sterling. But the residual slickness is not, there's a little bit there, but it's not the top performers. Like my favorite for that is like CBL or A&E or Storybook soap works, where it feels like you got lotion on your face. Nothing like that. This one I will be using. I won't forget about. Won't be getting rid of. Thinking about it, I'm actually curious if they got an aftershave. This would be kind of a weird scent, but I'm digging it. But whatever it is, it's a little bit of a warm, spicy sweetness that in your head you could associate with a root beer or a Dr. Pepper, that type of note. There's probably vanilla. I wouldn't be surprised if vanilla is a scent note. But I like it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. So I'm hoping those other ones work out. I'm hoping that the cedar comes a little bit more forward when it's lathered up. I'm hoping that coffee pops out. And it was funny, on the forums I was just mentioning Dave in Kentucky. The other Dave, Barber Dave, was using a zoologist scent, which if you've never smelled them, they are super strong and super out there. And so it really has to mix with your body chemistry well, and it just, you have to be one to enjoy more complex and a little bit non-mainstream scents to like those. Anyway, he mentioned, I don't know, jokingly or not, getting one, and I pointed out you really need to get a sample of those before and they're not cheap. So same day I mentioned that, I get these and I just had done a blind buy, and I'm like, well, shoot, 2 of the 4 I don't even know if I would use. So I got teased back that I myself need to be buying samples, but I don't know. It's just not as fun doing that sometimes. I guess if you can't get to Vegas, you can roll the dice on full tubs of soap. Anyway, the shave is fun. The cushion is good. So I'll take it for a good, unusual scent. It would be nice if they could crank up the slickness a little bit. I can obviously do a few more strokes after most of the lather's gone, but you can tell that you can't just keep doing that. Alright, see, quick shave. The shave is the easy part of the whole thing, right? Quick rinse, we'll check this out. Well, certainly don't want to give a misconception with the post-shave residual. I want to amend, because sometimes I've said that. I said, oh, it's a little bit better than average, and folks, I think, are getting so used to the artisanal soaps and super performance. They're like, oh, well then forgive. It's just a little bit better than average. Adding some water, I'm still slick. Took a while to rinse off. I never do this, but if you want a quick clean up stroke or two without adding any more lather, you could do that. So I'd say post-shave residual with some water is a complete non-issue with this. It's pretty good. So go out and get you some. Little sting on the neck, and I know that's residual from last couple days. I've been still trying to get working with my camisori, and it's going okay. Had one really great shave, and then some that just Still trying to figure out the neck. And even though I feel like I'm really concentrating on pressure and not going over areas a lot and living without total BBS just to get more consistency with it, I've been getting a little bit of irritation after the shave on the neck. So, all right, rinse off the alum. All right, so I don't know. I think Barber Dave noticed. I don't know if KJ saw my last video or not, but we've been banter back and forth. And when I use this, I say there's lemon, there's lemon. When it does the subtitles, it says there's lemon, like it's there. So I went and changed the subtitles on the last one, make sure it said there's lemon, just to see if he would catch it. I think Barber Dave did. But there's lemon. We'll see if it picks that one up. I'm not going to go in and check and edit that one. Alright, so I'm already run over. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. I was going to say I run over. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to show the rest of my post shape, but I'm not even anywhere close to Gear Noir time. We're only at 17 minutes. So, again, the Nivea 2-in-1 post shave. We gotta think about scents with this. Again, it's kind of silly to. What happened there? Yeah, the neck has not been happy with my camisole. I think things are just a little sensitive down there. Anyway, it's silly to think we have to pair because the scent from the soap is gone now. But you know, you automatically go to what scent goes with that soap, and I think it's more of just the whole overall experience. It would just feel weird if I threw on a lime after this nice, rich, warm scent. So I'm going to use one of my favorites, and I use it sparingly because I don't think I'll get another one. I don't think anybody would know what this smells like. I've never seen it, but we went to like a perfumery, whatever you would call it, Lake Tahoe. About over a year ago, we were there for around Thanksgiving holiday. It's called Nameless by Mark Buxton. Is that too bright? There you go. Anyway, this is almost what I just call kitchen spices. It's nice and warm. It's probably got some clover in there, a little bit of cinnamon, but I love it. So after I'm done with everything, I'll finish up with this. Thank you for joining me. Everybody on YouTube, come check us out on theshavingcadre.com. Brothers, I'll see you in bingo.